Hi friends. So, how was the last video? I hope you remember all those countries जो हमने पिछले वीडियो में याद किए हैं. And certainly you have all those three things too. Remember? One, two, three, the mandatory things. The pencil, paper, and the atlas. Very necessary. One, two, three. While you are doing anything in geography or while doing any kind of mapping work, you should have one, two, and three. This is the formula. Okay. And just to have a conceptual knowledge what we did in last video, let's have a look. One, that was Morocco. Number two is, you remember Matli? Two is Algeria, small country Tunisia, Libya. Five, Egypt, having the coast, sharing the coast with the Mediterranean as well as the Red Sea. Correct. Okay, you're remembering right. So Egypt, this is, then Egypt, after that a big country, Sudan. Number three, a small country with a coast, Ethiopia or Eritrea. Don't be confused. It is Eritrea. Then a very small country, Djibouti. Spellings. Then Horn of Africa. You're right. That is Somalia. Then one, which is Somalia again at the coast of the Indian Ocean. Then number two is Kenya. I've already written that. Then Tanzania. Okay. Then number four, remember the word picturesque, antique, synonymous, Mozambique. And then four, South Africa, the place, the world's largest producer of gold and diamond, girl's best friend. Okay, let's move towards the western coast now. Western coast, let's see how does it look like. This is the western coast, and you can see there are a lot of countries. क्या हमें लगता है हम सबके सब याद कर सकते हैं? Easy, is it? It seems really very difficult. I can't even count that. But don't worry, let's have a look, and then we'll say after the video whether we were able to count them or either remember them by heart or not. Okay, so let's start. Let's see. Let us give these a number, and let me choose a darker color here. Okay, purple would be nice. So starting from 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, here we have 8 countries. Unlike the previous video, we have 5 at the east, at all the coasts. Okay, we can call it as the west coast. This is my west coast, and we have 8 countries here on the west coast. Okay, so starting with number 1, you already know it. It is south of Africa. It is South Africa. The place we have a lot of lions, gold, diamond, and cricket matches. Number two. Remember, Africa do like girls, so that they have kept all the names, or several countries have names similar to the girls, the name of the girls. Okay, so it is. We have Kenya here, Tanya here. So we have Namya here, Namya, or Namibia. Will that be fine? Okay, so this number 2 is Namibia for Namya. Number 3, what name we should give? Akagola, Angola. That is a ball of fire in Hindi. Akagola. So it's synonymous with that, Angola. So number 1, South Africa. Number 2, Namibia. Number 3, Angola. Number 4, do you see this? It has a very small sea coast. Very small. This country is huge, magnificent, but coast very small. Okay, so I was in class 5 when I remember we had a chapter on biodiversity in EVS class. That was on Zaire. Do you remember that? Zaire, right? This country's name is Zaire, and now the politicians there, they have kept its name as the Democratic Republic of Congo. So Democratic Republic of Congo. They call it like this, or otherwise you can also call it as Zaire. So Zaire or DRC, one and the same thing. DRC, you can call it for short. Okay, so Zaire, and then number 5, it is Congo. It is the real Congo. So Congo and DRC, the Democratic Republic of Congo. The actual story is initially this was a big country which got bifurcated. Uh, this line that you see, it is actually the river, and this river, this line, making in the dots. Okay, this is actually River Congo. So River Congo, like in India we have the River Indus. Okay, uh, which gets separated by India and Pakistan. It's similar to this River Congo. River Congo divides Congo and Zaire. In Zaire, this river is known as Zaire, the river Zaire. In Congo, this river is known as River Congo. Okay, and hence they have changed the name to DRC otherwise, and it has a lot of biodiversity. And for the fact, we should know that the equator, I'm sorry, the equator passes through Zaire. Okay, Zaire and Congo both. So this line, if I let me make it with black, okay, this line is somewhere, this is equator. You can see it, how much hot it would be. Okay, and this line that you see, this area, uh, this is a big lake called as Lake Victoria. Lake Victoria, this is also on the equator. Okay, we'll come back to it later, but well, let's begin again with Zaire and Congo. Now what is number 6 here? We have done with number 4 with a very small sea coast. Number 5 again very small sea coast. What is number 6? uh, let us see what is number 6. Number 6, let me कुछ एक स्टोरी के साथ चलें तो it would be much better. 6, 7 and 8. 6 name is Gabon, Gabon, it's Gabon. Number 8 is Cameroon. Cameroon spellings would be Cameroon. It is synonymous with the Prime Minister of, can you guess which country? UK. Okay, David Cameroon. It's quite synonymous. So this number 8 is Cameroon, number 6 is Gabon. Then what is number 7? Okay, I have created a small short story here. Gabon and Cameroon, they are husband and wife, okay, and they have 3 girls, 3 daughters, named as Gunia. Do you remember in India we call daughters as Munia? So Munia, it's synonymous with Gunia. Okay, so it's something like that. They have 3 daughters, Gunia, named. So, and the daughters were, number 1 is Gunia, number 2 is Guinea Bissau. Bissau would be SSAU, BISSAU, and 3 is Guinea Equator, or rather, let me just change it. Equatorial Guinea. Equatorial Guinea. Will that be easy for you to remember? And just change it with okay, that's fine. So we have a husband and a wife. The Gabon is the wife, Cameroon is the husband, and they have 3 daughters. Number 7, as it's very nearby to equator, it belonged to Equatorial Guinea, as the name suggests, and they are, as per the size, they are biggest country, smaller, and then smallest. Okay, so this number 7 is Equatorial Guinea, and instead of Guinea we should say Guinea. Okay, and the spellings would be Guinea, Guinea. Okay, so very much similar, you can remember that, Guinea or Guinea. Okay, so this number 7 here, easy, it would be Equatorial Guinea in the accent otherwise. Number 8, Cameroon. Okay, we'll be talking about Guinea Bissau and Guinea later on. Okay, They actually went away from their parents. Okay, now we are taking a very sharp turn here. After number 8, just see, it's something like a right angle. Okay, we are taking a exact 90-degree cut. So at this place we can say the west coast is over, and now we are coming towards the southern coast. Okay, the southern coast of Africa, in the, or rather the southwestern coast. Okay, let's see. Let me just make some kind of space here so that we can write more. Okay, okay, delete. Let me just change the color. Okay, I'm sorry, just give me a moment. Yes, that would be fine. And some more space. Let me make it a little bit tidy. Okay, that would be better. One. Oh, 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 I'm sorry. I have created some bad space here. Okay, this would be here, and I should make some more space. Okay, this would be, otherwise it will make some kind of changes. I should make it. Just give me a moment, sir. Okay, now it seems much better. Now much better. And in the meanwhile, you can just remember what are the names. 1, 2, 3. Do you remember them? All of them? Is it? Okay, now we can start. That's number 1, South Africa. Number 2, Namia, Namibia. Number 3, Akagola, Angola, or the ball of fire. Number 4, very small coast, biodiversity, Zaire or DRC. Number 5, Congo, and River Congo divides number 5 and number 4. Congo divides Congo and DRC both. Okay. Number 6, the wife name is Gabon, and then number 7, the daughter of Gabon, that's Equatorial Guinea. Then number 8, Prime Minister of UK, the present one, Cameroon. Now coming to, let's give them a number here. Coming towards 1, 2, the small country, vertical one, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, and number 7. Okay, now we have 7 numbers here. So 8 and 7. Okay, now we are not overlapping anyone. Number 1, can you guess? It is one of the most famous countries. If you have any kind of email ID with you, and have you do you remember there are so many spams that usually come, and which says that you have won some 1000 crore pounds or lakhs, and you should give some kind of numbers to us or your details. Do you remember such kind of spam or messages? They all are the gift of this place. Number 1, it is Nigeria. So usually those messages, those spam messages on your email ID in your inbox, they come from this place. All big shot, big hackers are placed here. Number 2, number 3, and number 4. If you have a little bit interest in music, then I can give you a musical name. So there are like 2, 3, 4. It is Benin, Togo, and Ghana. Benin, Togo, Ghana. Just in one thing, you can just speak them out. Benin, Togo, Ghana, BTG. So this was 1, 2, 3, and 4. That is Nigeria. Number 2 is Benin. Then 3 and 4. That is Togo, Ghana. So Benin, Togo, Ghana. Uh, as you all know, this is quite near to the equator. As we have already seen that it is quite near to the equator. Let me show it with the black. So because of this, there's a huge biological growth. It's absolutely great. It's awesome biological growth in terms of plants or in terms of animals or human life as well. And the people that we find here in this particular area, it's as it is very hot and humid. So the people are absolutely black with very high biological growth, as I said, and lots of diseases. Uh, very high, or rather very tall height of the people with bodybuilder physique. that is usually found in these areas. If you have seen any African people from Nigeria or these places, it's quite easy to recognize them. Now, when we say 1, 2, and 3, then that is Nigeria, number 2, Benin and Togo. 1, 2, and 3. Let me write it. Benin. I'm sorry. Let me change the color. It would be better. Benin, Togo, and Nigeria. Uh, have you ever heard the word Negro? Negro. Though it's quite derogatory at present, and we should not use this word for any particular person, but still, this word Negro comes from the word nigger. That's nigger. And nigger in Latin, it means black. Nigger is equal to black in Latin. So this word has come from this particular, this country's name has come from this particular word nigger, and from nigger to negro, or from negro to Nigeria. Okay, so this is the word. Actually, when all Europeans came here at the time of industrialization, imperialism and colonialism were at their height, these people came, they saw, these Europeans came, they saw that these people are black, so they kept this particular place as Nigeria. Then that's from the word nigger, as I said. And they wanted to do a slave trade. The reason was due to heavy industrialization. It was everywhere that these people wanted, you can say, cheap labor. So cheap labor was easily available here because they understood that these people are something that they won't say anything, and they are tribal in nature, and they do not know much about our world, and we can easily use them. So what they did was they captured several of these people, several of these uh, tribals, and there was a very famous tribe here, rather two. One was Hausa and other was Fulani. So Hausa and Fulani. So these two tribes, even they exist today. So they captured these tribal people here, and they they wanted them to get shifted to the other European world. There is the western coast of the western world, that is USA or the Southern America or Europe, to have their own work so that they can get more and more profit without, or very paying very less to these people. Okay, so what they did was they used to take these slaves, these people as slaves, via ships from this particular Atlantic Ocean. So they kept the name of this coast as Slave Coast, and it is now even most famous. People know about this. This is known as Slave Coast even by today. So this is known as Slave Coast for these three countries. The coast is known as Slave Coast. Okay, this is the slave coast. If anyone asks where I'm going to slave coast, that simply means either he's going to Nigeria or to Benin or to Togo. Okay, and not to Ghana. Be careful. It's not Ghana. It's only Benin. I'm sorry. It's only Nigeria, Benin, and Togo. So these three countries coast is also known as slave coast, or these three countries are called as slave coast country. Okay. Now the number four, which is Ghana, it's quite famous for by the name of Grain Coast. I'm sorry, the Gold Coast. By the name of Gold Coast. As we know, it is the equatorial belt, and a huge amount of grain can be produced here. So, what Europeans used to do, they used to take out grain from these areas. As European nations or the Northern America, we can say it's quite cold. It's very difficult for those people in the north of the Northern America, we can say, or the European belt. It's quite difficult to grow grains there because of the cold. So these people, if they wanted grain, they used to take it from this particular coast, that is number 4, the Ghana coast. So they called it as the Gold Coast. So the Gold Coast country, so we can say it as the Ghana. Then number 5 is called as the number 5, the country's name is Cote d'Ivoire. Cote the you can Cote the Ivore, Ivore, Cote d'Ivoire. Okay, it's actually a French name, or English people. That is, the Britisher used to call this country as the Ivory Coast, the Ivory Coast. So the country initially was the Ivory Coast. Then they changed it. The French people changed it to Côte d'Ivoire. So as the name suggests, this place is famous, rather was famous for the ivory, that is the tusk of the elephant. Tusk of the elephant. But 400 years back, there were huge poaching of elephants, and almost all the elephants in that particular area, they extinct, they vanished off. Okay, so now at present it is only famous for grains and other kind of things and gold, but not the tusk of the elephant. But still, the name was kept as the Ivory Coast or the Côte d'Ivoire. So now we can say this: number one is Nigeria, number two is Benin, Togo, then Ghana, then number five, the Ivory Coast. Now, what is number six and seven? The last two countries of this southern coast. What are these two countries? They're quite English name here again. This number six is called as Liberia. It's called as Liberia, and number seven is called as Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone. I've heard this name somewhere else also. I don't know. I don't remember. This Sierra Leone. Okay, so this Liberia, you can just connect it with the word liberty. Liberty. So actually, as you're moving from the southern coast towards the western coast again, as we are just moving out, so we can say we are getting the liberty from the southern coast. So we can say from Liberia and then towards the Sierra Leone. All these are English name, easy to remember after the African names here and the French name here. And also, this particular country, Liberia and Sierra Leone, they combinedly, they are called as the Grain Coast. Grain Coast. So now we know four type of coast here. That is the Slave Coast, number one; the Gold Coast, number two; Ivory Coast, number three; and Grain Coast, number four. So one, two, three, and four. Okay, so we have four coast here, or rather seven countries. I hope you will be able to remember. It's not difficult at all now. Okay, let's just give a memory check. Number one, Nigeria; Benin, Togo, Ghana; then is your Ivory Coast, the French capital; and then seven and six. There are six and seven. That is Liberia and Sierra Leone. And now let's move towards the remaining part of the seacoast countries, and it's quite less now. So let's give them a number again. One. Then a small country here. You can see number two, then number three, then number four, and five, and then six. We are coming back towards the one. Remember Metley? So this is one, two, three, four, five, six. I have knowingly kept this number three after number four. Actually, this figure is like this. So this I have kept the number three here and number four here. Okay, so it's quite a small country. Let's see what these six countries are. The remaining six, these all are the Atlantic coast countries at the western coast, the extreme west of the Western Sahara. Okay, this number one, number two, number three, four, five, and six. This number one. Do you remember Mr. Cameroon and her wife, Gabon, right? And if we remember, they had three daughters: Guinea, Bissau, and number three is Equatorial Guinea, Guinea. Okay, so this Equatorial Guinea, she was very small, so they just kept it in between them as sandwich. So number six and seven here, if you remember, Gabon, and then number eight, Cameroon. So this number seven, that is Equatorial Guinea, was just here. Okay, then what about Guinea and Guinea-Bissau? as I said, they went away from their parents. They never liked them, I feel. Okay. Well, I feel in the last few seconds there was some kind of problem with my pen which was not showing in the video. Okay, well, as we were talking about Guinea, Guinea-Bissau and Equatorial Guinea, and Equatorial Guinea came in between as a sandwich between number 6 and 8, that is Cameroon and Gabon. What happened to Guinea and Guinea-Bissau, the eldest of the three daughters? Okay, so this Guinea that became number 1, that is Guinea here, she came here, that is this place. Then number 2, that is this number 2, the second country is Guinea-Bissau, correct. So Guinea-Bissau. Okay, so now we can say it's Nigeria, Benin, Togo, Ghana, then Cote d'Ivoire, number 6, Liberia and Sierra Leone, Guinea, Guinea-Bissau. Then what about number 3 and number 4? Number 3 and number 4. Okay, as we can see that the country 4 is being sandwiched, or rather it's in between this number 3. So actually this number 3 is Senegal. Okay, this is Senegal, Senegal, and this number 4 is the Gambia, Gambia. Just like it's quite synonymous with the word gambler or the gambling. So this is the Gambia and the Senegal or Senegal. Okay, so I'm quite I just like girls at times. So this is Senegal. Okay, this number 6 is, I'm sorry, this number 3, or rather this number 3, which is this number 3, this is Senegal. Then number 4 is the Gambia, which is in between Senegal. And then number 5, this number 5 is again a girl. Can you guess? Let me write number 3 and 4 first. Senegal. Number 4 is the Gambia, and number 5 is Mauritania. It's similar to a girl again. It says rather Mauritania. Okay, it's Mauri. Mori in Hindi means mine, so mine, and Tanya again the name of a girl, Tanya, so my Tanya. So this is Mauritania. So this is Mauritania or Mauritania. This is the westernmost country, and then number 6, again taking a right turn, a little bit diversion. This number 6 is western. This is Western Sahara. It is actually at the extreme of Sahara, so its name is also Western Sahara. This belt is Sahara. This is the Sahara belt of Africa. So this number 6 is Western Sahara. Number 5 is Mauritania. Then is Gambia, Senegal, Guinea-Bissau, and Guinea in the reverse order. So I hope we have done all these countries. Let's see how many countries have we done. Are we through with? We did initially 5, then 4, then 4, then on this particular side, that is this one, this western coast, we did 8, and then 7, and now 6. So this is 8, 7, and 6. So how many countries are there? 5 plus 4, 9, 9 plus 4, 13, 13 plus 8, 21, 21 plus 7, 28, 28 plus 6, 34. Oh my god, after 54 you have completed 34. Can you remember? Can we just recollect them? Let's see how many of we get a recollection of all these. Okay, where is my pen? Just a moment. Yeah, so starting from 1. Okay, this 1, Morocco, Mali, Algeria, Tunisia, Liberia, Egypt. Then again Egypt, Sudan, Eritrea, Djibouti, Somalia, Horn of Africa. Then Kenya, Tanzania, Mozambique, South Africa, Namibia, Angola, Zaire, Congo, wife and daughter and husband, that is Gabon, Guinea, Equatorial Guinea, Cameroon, taking a right turn, it is Nigeria. Number 2, Benin, Togo, that's called the Slave Coast. Number 4, the Gold Coast, Ghana. The 5 number is for the French, the Côte d'Ivoire or the Ivory Coast. Number 6, 7 is Green Coast, that is Liberia and Sierra Leone. Then again to these six countries. This one is Guinea, then is Guinea-Bissau, Senegal, and then the number 4, which it was, that was the Gambia, and then number 5 is Mauritania, that is Mauritania, and then 6 is Western Sahara. Oh my god, we have done that. Okay, so we are through with 34 coastal countries of Africa. Congratulations, sir. In the next video, we'll be doing with the inland countries, that is the landlocked countries and the island countries. Okay, so we'll watch you in the next video. Take care till then and do practice. Do not forget. Have a good day ahead. Bye.